Come in.
Hi, I'm Lauren. I'm with Staples. How are you today?
I'm great. How are you? Tyler Daniels.
Nice to meet you.
Go ahead and sit down.
I kind of talked with your secretary and I set up this appointment like a few weeks ago. Do you still have time to meet with me and everything today?
Absolutely.
Perfect. Okay. Wow, that's a really beautiful classroom. Where'd you go?
Thank you. Tarleton State.
Oh, cool. Steamville campus.
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. That's really great. Did you enjoy being a Texan?
I loved it. I only went for 3 years, but
Oh, okay.
I loved every part of it. Yes,
Okay. Awesome. Good. That's your pen. I was trying to steal
Thank
it, I
you.
guess.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. So, anyways, I'd like to tell you a little bit about this, but first, I kind of want to ask you a few questions about what you're currently using and what all's going on right now
Okay,
at
absolutely.
Brad Law Firm.
Absolutely.
My handy dandy notebook out. So, what kind of storage solution are you using for all of your legal files and documents?
Storage. Yeah, it's kind of a touchy subject. We kind of just have random boxes here and there.
Okay.
We don't have a very organized sense of
Okay.
keeping up with those.
Yeah, which is totally understandable because a lot of things are digital now.
Exactly.
But I know for a law firm that it is important to have a lot of printed out files to transfer and stuff. Great. So with said random boxes, do they have self-locking lids by chance?
A couple of them do.
Okay.
Yeah, but other than that, it's just a matter of if the person's willing to try to muscle it and just lock it down itself, or
Okay.
put something on top of it to keep onto those. But yeah, some of them do open, and some of them are confidential files
Okay.
that need to be locking that we don't have them in. So
Okay.
don't tell anybody.
Okay. Those are sealed. Okay, that sounds like a little bit of a mess.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what about, do all of your boxes hold the amount that they need to be holding? Like everything that needs to be in there, does it all fit, or?
For the most part, if not, we just go find another one somewhere. But we do have some of them crammed full, and some of them not really up to their full potential, just because
Yeah.
we don't really trust them.
Yeah.
Just because they're kind of raggedy.
Okay. Raggedy. Alright. And then, so whenever you say random boxes, do any of them have handles, or are you trying to move them from place to place without handles?
No, none of them have handles. And that's part of the problem with our employees trying to carry them around, and me trying to carry them around. They do slip out of our hands.
Yeah.
Quite a bit, and that's even more aggravating. And
Yeah.
They're very awkward to carry, and it's awkward when you drop them.
Yeah. Definitely understandable. So, how do you organize these? Is there any specific label for all of them?
Not really. We just kind of write on them with Sharpie.
Okay.
And like I said, there are some confidential ones, so we can't really write what they are on the outside. So we just kind of have to look at every file in there.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
Great. So back to kind of how awkward they are to carry. Has it ever happened to you or anyone that works here, because of the lack of handles and being able to fully carry this file, has it ever slipped out of your hands or caused any problems because of that?
Oh, absolutely. They definitely slip out of our hands quite often.
Okay.
Like I said, they're very awkward.
Yeah.
So when we do drop them, the raggedy ones, papers go everywhere.
Yeah. That's a mess.
So not only are we trying to have to muscle these boxes around, but we're having to take time to pick up all the papers and put it back in.
Yeah, and that's awkward and can look kind of unprofessional to your clients.
Exactly.
Okay, so whenever that does happen, how do your clients react if you're walking in and your file's just break.
Well, a couple of them feel bad. They try to help. We do get the couple the looks. You know what I'm talking about. Like, it's the wow, am I really here for my wall troubles? And they're dropping boxes.
Yeah.
And they don't even have nice boxes.
Yeah.
And so it does look very unprofessional. It's very embarrassing for not only me but for my colleagues.
Yeah, definitely. I can definitely understand where you're coming from with that. I can't imagine walking in trying to look all cool, calm, collected.
In a suit.
Yeah, and then drop a box of papers. Okay. So, also with those boxes, because they sound like, I mean, some of them are raggedy, but I'm sure that you have some boxes that are durable.
Absolutely.
So, what would you say, like, the stacking strength is? Do you stack them, or is that, like, a big no-no? Do you have shelves? What are you kind of doing with them?
We have shelves for a couple, but we don't have very many. So
Okay.
we do rely on just having a large room and stacking all of them on top of each other.
Okay.
But going back to the labels, like we don't really have a good way of doing that, and so we're stacking them knowing that we may have to go to the bottom one the next day.
So how do you feel having like a plain white box with a concise label that kind of says like day this was put in there? Because I know that a lot of law firms can only keep files for a certain amount of time and then they have to shred them.
Exactly.
So how do you think a label that kind of like tells you you need to put this, this, and this on there would help you and your colleagues?
I think that would simplify a lot of things and make a lot of things quicker and easier to read here. And them being the same exact boxes, just white, clean, professional. I think that would really look really good for us rather than just having tons of different boxes everywhere.
Yeah, understandable. Especially since they're not nicely wrapped like Christmas presents.
Exactly. Are you gonna wrap the boxes for us?
I mean, I'm sure you have interns.
In plain white.
Yeah. So, okay. So you do stack them. Do you know exactly? I know this is probably totally random, and you don't really think a lot about what your boxes are made of. But do you know if any of them are recycled or like environmentally like friendly?
I think I've seen that little recycled emblem on a couple of them, but I'm not too positive on a lot of them. I'm sure a handful of them are. I'm sure a handful of them are just manufactured.
Okay. And how important is it to you and your colleagues to have some type of green initiative or have green products? How important is that to you?
We do deal a lot with like environmental lawsuits and stuff like that, and so I think it is a very big part of what we do. And so I think having professional looking boxes and also knowing that they're recycled and having the recycled emblem on them would also be very good for our cause. I haven't really thought about that, but
yeah. So would you describe like employee morale low because they don't feel like they're doing enough for the environment?
I don't know if they really thought about the environment thing. I'm sure if I brought it up, it would kind of set it back a little bit.
Yeah.
But the more the morale is like they don't want to have to deal with carrying boxes.
Yeah, and I can definitely understand how important it is to you to be able to carry those files for sure. That definitely seems to be a bigger issue here than recycling, which I know that it's probably still very important to you guys, but I can definitely appreciate that being able to carry a box and not have it break on you is pretty important. So how would you feel about, say, a box that is recycled and is easy to carry and, won't break on you? How do you think that would help you and your colleagues?
I think it would definitely actually save a lot of time, just because, like I said, we do drop it, papers go everywhere.
Time, frustration.
Exactly, and we're frustrated that the boxes are dropping, they're breaking, and then that it looks bad on us and our company. And so it is very frustrating and it's time consuming. And so I think our employees and myself would feel a lot better about carrying a better box, knowing that we can actually like rely on it.
Yeah, that's definitely understandable. So also with those other boxes, how do those like show up at your doorstep? Do you have to put them together? Are they already together? Like, how does that work?
We go and get them from wherever we can find them,
Mm-hmm.
um, and some of our more heavy duty ones are already put together,
Okay.
and so that makes transporting them a little difficult.
Yeah,
Um,
for sure.
but a majority of them they come laid down, and we have to put them together.
Okay. So what if I could offer you a box that had easy fold assembly technology, and you could easily put these boxes together, but they're also still heavy duty? How do you think that would benefit your company?
That would be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I would save a lot of time because we do have to send somebody for sometimes half a day,
Mm-hmm.
and their sole job is to make boxes and then put the boxes up.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of the dreadful job everybody doesn't want to do
Yeah, for
as
sure.
well. So I think it would make our employees happier if it was a lot easier, and it would
Yeah.
make me happier because I'm not having to pay them per hour to put up boxes.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it would have a lot of benefits.
Okay. And then also, along with having like easy fold assembly technology, having boxes that instead of ordering just one at a time, they came in a pack of 4 at a discounted price compared to what you normally would use.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I'm sick and tired of having to go box to box and pay individually for all of them.
Mm-hmm.
And when we go to the counter to pay for them, the bank teller or the person that's checking us out has to count every single one of them.
Yeah.
So I think if they came in packs of 4,
Mm-hmm.
and not only that, but we're discounted for
Mm-hmm.
that purpose,
Mm-hmm.
I think that would save us a lot of money
Yeah, for sure.
and save us a lot of effort and frustration as well.
Yeah, that's completely understandable. So, kind of from what I've heard, I would like to recap what all we've talked about. Is that okay if I?
Yeah.
Okay. So from what I can understand, you have a lot of random boxes that aren't very organized, and you really are wanting a heavy duty, like strong box with handles that's easy to transport, that's easy to store, that doesn't get everywhere.
Exactly.
And you're also looking for something that isn't going to embarrass you and your colleagues, that doesn't look unprofessional, and that you're moving out of your college frat house, like with knickknacks,
Exactly.
like falling everywhere. So that's definitely important. And time is very important to you guys. So being able to put these boxes up and know that even though it was a short amount of time to build these boxes, they're going to last. So, and then another thing is like the ease of being able to buy a box that is sold in a group. So for a discount and for just convenience purposes.
Bundled together. Absolutely.
Yes, and with Staples we do have our Staples Advantage program. So we can even mail you stuff.
Oh, wow, okay.
So with all of that, like, is that all of your needs? Is there anything else about your boxes that I need to know about?
I don't believe so. I think you summed everything up.
Okay, great. So with your permission, I would like to move forward and kind of talk about more about our specific product that I think would fill all of these needs. Is that okay? Do you still have time for that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So what I'd like to show you today is our heavy-duty, 50% recycled, letter-sized storage boxes.
Okay.
So these are just kind of like a few highlights about our boxes. They are 50% recycled with the environment in mind, and even though they are 50% recycled, which sometimes people aren't sure, like, does that mean they're going to be lighter weight, poor quality? Here that's definitely not the case. With our 50% recycled boxes, they are all made with corrugated cardboard, which just means they have, the little rigidy things.
Okay.
And the more you have of that, the stronger your boxes will be.
Okay.
And we have double walls for all 4 sides of our boxes. And that's saying a lot because it is 50% recycled. It is corrugated cardboard. has double walls on all 4 walls. So I can just reiterate that it is very strong. And also we have a really high stacking strength. It can hold a lot of weight, and you can stack them, and it's easy to stack because unlike your other boxes, some of them have lids, some of them don't. All of our boxes come with lids. And then another thing, you said that you do have like a lot of transporting and taking files from place to place. There's also cutout handles, so you can easily carry them, and even if they are an awkward size, they still have handles. So that'll definitely help. And in addition, you also had mentioned that some of the boxes are crammed full, some of them aren't using like their full potential. These are all going to be the same size, and you can kind of throw away those old boxes.
Awesome.
And with our boxes, you can also fit a normal like hanger file in there, so you can actually have like a little file cabinet in said box instead of just papers piled up in there, which is kind of like what I got from what you use now. Is that kind of what you're using? Just throw it in there and it stacks?
Just throw it in there until it's full. Yeah.
Okay. Well, the hanging files will fit into our file boxes.
Awesome.
So, and a lot of people do enjoy that. Another thing is the labels. You said that you were having difficulties because you just have brown cardboard boxes and you just
Sharpie on them.
And especially if they're confidential, because it's difficult to be like, I don't know how to label this. And another thing with that is it's only on one side, and sometimes those can get turned if there's not a clear direction which way is the front, since they're all different sizes. So we actually have, our boxes are actually white, as you can see in this picture right here. And in the front of that box is right here, there's the label, and the label has like 5 different things. It can say, it'll show the contents, when it was packaged, when it needs to be destroyed, and like a brief description.
Perfect.
Underneath the contents. So that could definitely help with your confidential files, because I'm sure on your computers you can just make a document of like what each code means.
Exactly.
And just write it on there, so then you can find it easier.
Perfect.
So when you're looking for boxes, there is a clear front because the box is a rectangle. So it'll either be this side or this side.
Okay.
And I'm sure when you're stacking them, they'll probably all stay in that same spot.
And that was a weird thing for us too, because our boxes were, like I said, they're kind of the ragtag group, and they were different sizes and stuff like that. And that's why a lot of things didn't fit. So I think having the same size and it being rectangle and knowing what will fit in there and how it'll fit in there will definitely help our organization.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. I think that this box would definitely be a good fit for the Rad Law Firm, because I feel like it can really kind of clean up that room and be able to stack easier and look more professional. So did you have any questions or concerns about this?
I'm just worried that even though it is like plain white and has the labels on it, that it is still cardboard. So I'm worried that it still won't look as professional as possible.
Yeah, I can definitely appreciate that looking professional is very important to a law firm.
Exactly.
And I totally understand where that concern is coming from, because yes, it is cardboard. But our boxes, whenever you're storing them, a lot of different people that we work for and give boxes to or sell boxes to, they've come up with a lot of creative ways to store them. There's actually a pipelining company that owns a lot of our boxes, and what they did is they built shelves, which you already said you had a few. And after they built the shelves, they stacked them on top, the boxes on top of the shelves, and then put a nice curtain in front of it.
Okay.
So if like your storage room needed to be used for something else, you could still have those boxes in there with that curtain in front of it, and not have people get in there or want to be like, oh, what is that? It'll kind of be in the back of their mind.
Absolutely.
So, and that can also help with your confidential files, because they will be behind that curtain.
Nobody will be able to see it but us.
Yeah, until you need to get back there.
Exactly.
So that is one option, and whenever you're carrying them from place to place, I think they definitely beat the alternative of what boxes you're currently using. amazing.
That's so true. I
Right.
know you tripped over a couple when you came in,
Yeah.
and so you definitely seen them. And I think they look better than that. Um, and that idea that you've given me does make a lot of sense actually.
Yeah.
Um, but we do, if we can't put them all on shelves or we ordered a new shelf and that's coming in or something, um, we do stack them pretty high, and with a lot of files in it, they can get pretty heavy. And so if I have a box at the very bottom and we're stacking 5 or 6 boxes on top of that, how do you know that it won't just like crush under that heavy pressure?
And I know that for a fact that it definitely won't crush. And if it does, we'll definitely refund you. But all of our boxes have a 650-pound guarantee.
Wow.
So you can stack those puppies as high as you
Yeah,
need
we
to.
won't have any under 750 pounds.
Yeah.
So
That should not be an issue, especially because there is that lid again. Like that lid will help protect it, and you can stack it at 650 pounds. These are heavy duty boxes.
wow, and having that lid on there as well will make sure that it's not leaning like a lot of our BAP boxes are, because they're awkwardly sitting in others and stuff like that.
Yeah, and that lid, it does a lot more than being able to help you stack too. It'll keep out the elements, and
Exactly.
I don't know if you have like a pet that lives in the
We
office.
actually do bring our dog around sometimes.
Okay.
So we don't want hair getting in the files
Yeah,
and
for
stuff
sure.
like that.
And the lid can definitely help with that.
Absolutely. So I really like what you're saying,
Yeah.
and I like what these boxes have to offer.
Yeah. So, would you like me to kind of go ahead and set up a proposal and kind of tell you all the prices and what you're paying now and how much you can save with us and what the benefits really are? Is that okay if I email you that?
Yeah, that would look great to look over those numbers and
Okay.
get it in that aspect and
Great.
talk to my partner.
So, here's my card, and the email on there is what I'll email you later.
Okay.
So you can be expecting that from me. And I already got your card from your front desk, and I'll just go ahead and email that. And I'll go ahead and send that over, and we can set up. Would you like to set up another meeting now, or after you look over the proposal?
We can go ahead and set up another one. Are you in town in the mornings? All I'll need is the night to look over it.
Okay, yeah, definitely. I would love to meet up tomorrow morning. 10 a.m.
That sounds perfect. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, perfect. So Tyler, thank you so much for meeting with me today, and it was a pleasure getting to talk to you and really get to talk about my project. And then I'm gonna leave this with you, kind of, so you can look over all the features and show
Awesome.
pictures to your colleagues.
Great. Thank you.
But thank you. It was a pleasure hanging out with you today.
Look forward to it. Thank you.